We're here with Andrew Luck. Just got off the field from your pro day, and you didn't make it easy on yourself. First of all, you had it outside, 50-ish degrees here, 15-mile-an-hour winds, and you did some tough throws. We just saw you let rip one. It was over 75 yards. What were you looking to show people today?
I just wanted to come out here, put my best foot forward. Show that I can, make all the throws that are going to be asked of me, and be out here with my guys. It was great to be with all the, the other Stanford draft-eligible players, and hopefully put on a good show, or a showcase per se.
Now, once you leave this seat, these guys are going to talk behind your back, decide how you did. So you give us your evaluation. How do you think you did today?
It wasn't perfect by any means, but I thought I completed some balls, and then showed some different types of drops, different types of throws, and hopefully it was made a good impression on the two geniuses over here.
Oh yeah, nice segue there. Nice job, Andrew. You think about I don't want this is going to be controversial, but the way you talk is so a gentleman, and the guy you're replacing is a real gentleman, and so as you kind of make that transition, I liken it to Troy Aikman. You're not old enough to really know when Roger Staubach was a lot before, but you're still. It doesn't matter whether you're replacing him 10 days later or 10 years later. It's still the same kind of thing. As you came on today, and there's a lot of people wondering, how you feel about what's happened the last couple of months, or the last, just as things transition. Peyton now is in Denver. I'm interested how you're handling all that. How you look at it. Kind of holistically, and in the job that's going to come up. I know it's not definitely the Colts, but let's just assume it is.
What is it like for you to sit home and watch everything happen with Peyton?
One, I don't watch too much TV, so that helps, I guess, in that department. But I feel very fortunate to be in the position. How many people can say that they're told they're going to be drafted, number 1, 2, 3, whatever, in a draft, and have a chance to play football, and as a profession, the game I love. So I'm more just excited for the chance to play football, and I know there's a chance I might go to Indianapolis and have to replace a legend, arguably the best ever. But you do as best you can, and you're going to put a lot of pressure on yourself. I think a lot of players do to perform well, but try not to buy into anything too much outside of that. Outside of your family, your coaches, your teammates, and just work hard.
You've been grinding since the end of the season. There's really been no break. Are you going to give yourself a chance to take a break now until the draft? You've kind of put in the work. You've showcased the talent. You get to decompress a little bit.
I don't know if the work ever stops, but I'm sure I'll get to relax a little bit. I do have school starting up in April again, so it'll be nice to finish up the degree here.
A lot of us went to school, so I don't know if you knew that. I don't.
Yeah, architecture classes, right?
I do have 2 architecture classes,
and,
yes.
Did I hear you say earlier you're going to learn to build some skyscrapers?
I think that's the focus of one of the studios, designing skyscrapers, so it'll be interesting.
No finance classes? Because you may be coming into some money soon. I don't want to be the first one to break that to you.
I might have to get some good literature on that.
What do you expect sort of over the next couple months? You're going to get drafted, you're likely going to be the number 1 pick, and you're going to have to make that transition. You're very well known, of course, as the college guy, but suddenly so many more eyes on every move you make. What do you anticipate being the biggest challenge for you as you work with that?
Yeah, I guess I don't know completely what to expect, but I assume it's going to be that much more work, that much more maybe scrutiny, that much, more of living in somewhat of a fishbowl. But, it's, again, what a great opportunity to be in. I couldn't be more thankful, and just, I'm very excited for it.
And what do you guys see as sort of Andrew's biggest challenge as they come up?
Well, we've been in the NFL. We know the rigors, and Andrew's going to find out, and I'm sure he has a sense of it, that college, the best way I describe it is college, every receiver is open, and the pros, no one's open. And it's a big transition, but we've all said that Andrew is a guy that comes along every once in a while that just has all those elements that say, you got to go do it, but you have a sense that he's going to be very, very successful. Are you the kind of guy that hears the naysayers? He might not be able to throw the long ball, the strong arm. How do you? I think we all have a sense of looking for things to kind of grasp and challenge. It looks like your routine today, you really wanted to show that. Is that been in your mind at all?
No, not really. I understand, people are going to have opinions. It's people's jobs to make opinions on football players, and, good or bad, I don't take too many of them to heart, besides my dad telling me, or, Coach Shaw, one of the coaches. So I didn't come out here motivated by people saying I couldn't do this or could do that, whatever it was. So I understand it's people's jobs, but, as in terms of opinions and naysayers or people who, have your back, sort of like water, washing off your back.
Rachel, you mentioned what I see as the next step. Andrew's unique in the sense, and I don't want to embarrass you here, but I had a chance to observe him working out the last month, got to know him a little bit. And I think, most players that are drafted really high, and a lot of nice things are said about them, it's kind of downhill once they get to the NFL. I think this is the tip of the iceberg for Andrew. I witnessed the more George pushed him, the more he's challenged from a physical standpoint. Talking to Dave and Pep here as coaches, the more they give him, the more he responds. And that's really the National Football League, is he's going to see some things he hasn't seen before. He's going to have challenges he hasn't faced before. But that brings out the best in some people. I think that's why Steve and I and many others are so excited about watching his career, is you're going to see the best come out the more he's challenged.
I see that, Andrew, and Andrew, I truly believe this. Stanford players and the Stanford, it was unique to that. You played in that system, and you did a great job. But now you're going to get to play with people that are phenomenal. I mean, in all ways, the best athletes in the world. And I think, to your point, that's where you're going to see Andrew Luck really raise his game. I'm excited for you this rookie year. It's going to be tough and a lot of challenges, but I think people are going to end the season. At the end of this year, they'll say, my gosh, that guy is really something.
Well, Peyton Manning went through a lot of losses before he got to the wins, and we'll see what steps you have to go. But you've gotten through one hurdle today. The Pro Day is over. Much more to come. Thank you so much for joining us.